Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Nellyville, the podcast. I'm joined today.
Nellyville broadcast.
Yes, I'm joined today with my special guest. You want to introduce yourself again?
What up, people? This is your boy Joey. How you doing?
Yes, so this is episode 2 of season 6, and we're just really glad to have you guys back with us once again. Joey, how have you been? What's going on?
Once again, I've been great. I mean, living large, living life, enjoying every day as it should be.
Yeah, and just working, really.
Sleep all day, work all night.
How is it working nights?
Man, it is it takes a toll out of your life, actually. I get off. I don't get off. Usually my employees get off at 6. I might get off at 8, 8:30. Coming home, driving home. Sometimes you fall asleep.
Yep.
Try. to
Yeah,
stay
because
awake.
it messes.
Yeah.
My fault. It messes with the body's natural pattern to want to sleep at night
Natural pattern.
and be up during the day. So you have to
It does.
completely reverse
does.
your body. And it's like, and then on the weekends you're off and you kind of like easily fall into, oh, I'm going to be up during the day, but you should be sleeping. And then you go right back to work, and then it's just like
Yeah. So
you retrain yourself.
mentally.
Yeah.
Mentally, I guess I train myself. Like right now, my mind is I'm awake because I'm at work.
Yeah.
Which I should be sleeping, but if you mess up your routine, it just messes it up for the next day.
Right.
So, just like eating healthy, you gotta sleep, right?
Excuse okay, sure. I suppose I followed that. I think I got where you were going. You all right, man? Joey is currently right now digging all up in his teeth. You got something stuck in? You need a toothpick, my brother?
What?
You need a toothpick?
Oh, I'm good.
Oh, okay. Because you was all up in the molars. You know what I'm saying? You was all up. Oh, you didn't want me to say that online. I mean, I can edit it out, dog. You know what I'm saying? Babe, we're just recording. So, like, if you want me to take it out, all you gotta say is, hey, that's embarrassing, take that out. Like, it's not live.
She accidentally fell off the seat. You want to take that off?
No, because I want the people to know that there is domestic abuse, and I would like the record to show.
I've never touched her.
You just said I accidentally fell out of my seat.
What does it have to do with domestic abuse?
I think people can do 2 and 2. We're not mathematicians around here, but people can do 2 and 2.
I'm a Christian man. I don't believe in violence.
Mm.
I believe in love. I believe in prayer. I believe in healing. I believe.
Amen to that.
I believe.
Amen to that. Well, okay.
And I believe again.
Okay, so I know you don't believe in violence, but if somebody ran up on you, then what?
Here's the substance that life go through is this. You can't judge a book by its cover, so you have to maintain a normal mentality.
What?
Even if it's somebody... I work in retail. I deal with customers.
So what you're saying is you deal with a lot of hostile people.
I deal with people that just don't understand. And guess what? I cannot allow someone to allow me to step into their shoes because I don't fit their size.
Right.
So therefore...
What you're saying is you can't let people get you out of character.
Exactly.
Right.
Now, here's the difference. You be as calm as you can.
Mm-hmm.
You try to allow the situation to be what it is, but you try to react in a way where you try to understand and help. Now, There's a difference between conversations and there's a difference between physical.
Yeah, a
And
big difference.
I'm not a confrontational man, but if you put your hands on me, of course, I'm going to react as a human being.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody takes the first swing, then try not to
That's all I'm saying.
Try not to hit the microphone, my brother.
Yeah.
Try not to hit the microphone, my brother.
Sipping.
Well, look,
some scissors.
I also worked in retail.
Did you?
I did.
How long ago?
It's been a little while. It's actually been longer than I realized. Now that I'm thinking about it. Let's see. I worked in retail from about, I don't know, I want to say maybe like 2020. I was either 20 or 21, and then I stopped around 23, 24, something like that. So this would have been, wow, it's been almost 10 years ago. I have a birthday coming up.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's been longer than I thought. Yeah, because I'm going to be 33 on March 5th. By the time this comes out, my birthday would have come and gone. But I will accept happy belated birthday wishes, for those of you who missed it.
Shout out to all the March birthdays.
Shout out to the Pisces in the house. In the
Pisces.
In the Aries. Because Pisces is the first part of March, and then Aries kicks in. On
It's crazy. Half. I only know just
Libra,
because I'm a Libra.
Oh, so. I know Libras very well.
Do you?
I do.
What do you know about them?
You guys can't make a decision to save your lives, but I will say Libras are loyal to no end, which can be a very good thing. Obviously, as a friend or in a partnership, you want in anything, you want someone who's going to be very, very loyal and not have to question that loyalty. The downfall of the Libra, not to say downfall, this is very dramatic. Your loyalty, you all will obviously look. This is all for funs and giggles. This is not across the board. But in general, Libras, y'all are so loyal that y'all will excuse the most egregious behaviors and disrespect. When you all say that you are all about respect and this and that and the third, when you really, really care about someone and when you really, really love someone, this, that, and the third, you will not snatch that loyalty away. I mean, it's kind of like in the Bible where guys forgive 77 times, whatever y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all will forgive and forgive and forgive.
Definitely no.
Yeah, and it can be a good thing. It can be a good thing, but sometimes I'm like, Mary,
we should be like that too, Mary. Bye.
Not just saying in sync. You know what? Not to jump ship, but I do want to bring up. Okay, so Joey and I, we go out last weekend, and we were at somewhere where they were playing Top 40. Do you know what I'm about to say?
Not really.
Okay, great. I love that for us. You're making my editing job so much easier, by the way, with the whispering. But anyways, we were out, and they started to play a Backstreet Boys song. And any other time that this song had come on, it was Backstreet's back, all right, everybody, yeah. Y'all know that song. This song comes on. We're turning up. We pre-gamed at the house. We were having a great time. This guy starts singing the song that he had claimed. I don't know that song. I don't know this. Boy, everybody knows this song, and I was so happy.
Okay, if you hear something over and over and over and over and
you
are in a situation where you are been partying and you're mentally trying to get crunk.
Yes, go ahead and
if
talk your way
a beat
out of it.
is up then you're going to remember what beat that made you up. Not because of the song, it's because of the beat.
The point is that you
Like
tried to
me-
pretend like you didn't know one of the greatest boy band songs of all time because you're trying to be
to
cool.
be honest with you,
Because you're trying to be cool.
I've never listened to.
That's fine, but
What
that was
that
a
again?
bop.
NSYNC or Backstreet?
Don't try, baby. The point is, I was so happy.
Wait, I'm just asking.
It was Backstreet Boys.
Okay, Backstreet Boys. Sorry, guys.
But I was so happy to finally see you be like, everybody, yeah, rock-a-bye. I was like, yes, because everybody knows the song. You look, even people who don't like pop music or don't listen to boy bands or whatever, everybody knows Bye 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 by NSYNC. Everyone knows.
But it's not that when I get in my
Backstreet
car
Boys.
that it is, oh, let me play
Oh no,
I don't
but-
remember this. I don't remember that. I'm
Yeah,
just
but you-
saying,
you
when
were-
you're at a place you took me to, and if I'm keep hearing something and I'm drinking, and if you're alive, your body movement, me touching you and grabbing your energy is going to make me.
My energy didn't teach you those words, so that
It
lets me.
it's a vibration that gives out from one human to
Absolutely.
another.
The point is that
And that's what I said. Do you think that when I get in my car, I'm gonna think about this song? No,
the point is that
I'm not.
in the
Am I gonna play it? No.
the point is that in the past
The point is,
you made it seem like I'm
just
not
turned into
familiar
Elmer.
with this band, I'm not familiar with this song, and then when you finally let loose and you let you released your inhibitions, suddenly you knew the words. Baby, energy don't teach you the word, baby. You knew them words from back when the song came out in the 90s. And I'm just saying that I was very happy.
the
about
words
that.
wasn't like how Bone Thugs and Harmony or Twister would sing it. So if you hear it, you can probably say it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's catchy.
It's not like no. It's like everybody. Sorry, I'm not singing. I'm just saying, like,
trying
yo,
to take
okay,
your
I can
street
listen
cred.
and I can go with the flow because I'm listening to it because it is a tune that is not
Look,
fast.
baby,
It's slow
nobody's
motion.
trying
I'm
to
not
take away your street cred. All I'm saying is that warmed my heart. That did something for me. That spoke to me. Because I'm a pop girl. Like, what's your biggest music genre? Because for me, I'm a pop girly, hands down. So, like, what's your genre that you have in heavy rotation the most?
I listen to meditation music.
You a lie and a half. Who? You a lie and a half.
The Waterfall.
You a lie. You a lie. I'm not even gonna sit here and entertain this. I'm not gonna sit here and entertain it.
What are you talking about?
So what's the most genre that you speak to the most?
I'm an open mic. I like hip hop, reggae, R&B.
Oh, I like everything. Other than probably heavy metal. Bless you. Oh, Jesus, help him. Save him. Glory be to God. Bless this soul. Heal the sick and afflicted, Jesus. Bless you. I better what? Erase. Joseph. Oh, Lord. He all right, y'all. He caught a little dust. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Glory be to God. This is an election year. Thank you for sharing your journeys with me. I appreciate it. This is an election year. So do you know what that means? It means that we're about to see a lot of crazy stuff in the media. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but every time it's an election year, they get real spicy with the media. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Pause. I gotta. And we're back. Sorry, guys. For you guys, it was no time at all. We had to take a quick, brief intermission. But before the break, we were talking about election years. It's crazy. It's literally crazy. And
Crazy.
where's my thing is where is the creativity? Look, I understand hyping things up. I understand trying to get conversations going. I understand all of that. But it's like they're not even trying to make this stuff believable. These headlines, these stories, come on.
Like that girl getting killed in some part of Texas.
Yes. Now all of a sudden
They found the killer.
Well, and when we looked at the story, I sat there and told you, I was like, maybe something ain't right. But also, they need to look at the mother. But if for those of you, Joey, for those of you who do not know what I'm talking about, there was a missing, I believe she was 11 years old. Anyways, it was a young girl who was missing from Texas. Everyone was up in arms looking for this little girl, and it was just clear from the start that something really shady was going on. And the father had full custody of this little girl, and on the property that her father lived on was a friend of the family, some man who had just a history of charges, which included charges that were harmful to children. I'm not gonna say what the exact charges were and everything because I don't remember. I ain't gonna misquote. All I'm saying is this man had a history of harming kids, right? And the father
did the father knew that?
Yes, it was the.
So
why would
you allow your daughter or son to be around somebody who's violent?
Exactly. And this
I mean, I'm just saying, if I was a violent man, right? Why would I allow another violent man that I knew that I grew up with or doing dirt with
I don't know that
to be around my children? I won't.
No, I don't know that the father was violent. I didn't say the father was violent.
No. I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying I'm violent. I'm just saying, like...
No, I'm saying the father of the little girl.
If I knew somebody
yeah,
that was a violent person, like, I'm going to be violent if... I'm just saying, like, circumstances where... is to protect myself.
Well, the story is even crazier though. That's only the half of it. But honestly, the grandparents also lived on this property, and they were friendly with this man. They had this little girl. She knew how to do tattoos. She's online giving like her father or somebody, some grown man, a tattoo. This is a little girl. This poor baby girl thought that this was normal. Baby.
So she tattooed.
Well, look, the thing is
regrets,
that,
but she spelled it out. Regrets.
Joey, shut up. So the thing
no,
is,
I'm just saying because it seemed like he was angry at that. I'm sorry.
Who was angry at what?
I don't know. Why he killed her. I didn't read about the story. But I'm just saying.
I'm trying to tell you the story.
Right,
so look. Ahead. So the father had full custody, right? The grandparents, the father all live on this property. And then this man with this long rep sheet lives on this property. The man who allegedly unalived this little girl was supposed to take her to the bus stop. Here's the thing. So the father had the full custody. The mother is trying to visit her daughter. All the adults in this little girl's life failed her. So the mother was in cahoots with the guy with the criminal, was supposed to meet up with the mother on the day that she went missing. Okay? For what reason they trusted this man to take this girl to the bus stop. Meanwhile, he's texting the mother. The mother was like, they won't let me see my daughter. I want to see her. Can you like arrange for the phone call, blah, blah, blah. The girl never got on the bus. I want to know.
I mean, did the mother had any relationship with this guy?
She has some kind of relationship, even on the front.
Physical.
I don't know. There was nothing that.
But why would she text him?
Well, I think yes.
But I'm
yes,
saying,
but
why would she even have a contact with a criminal in the first place?
I don't know if she knew about his rep sheet. I don't know why.
But why did she even have his number?
That's what I'm saying.
He's not part of the family.
Right. That's why I think
I wouldn't give I wouldn't. If that's the case, then I would be thinking something foul if somebody who I'm letting has a criminal record live in whatever will never have any close to anybody that I love near.
Yeah.
Or anybody that I know, because guess what?
But did you see the interview with the mother though?
I did not.
Baby,
explain yourself.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me something good.
Look, everyone responds to trauma and events in their own way. But let me tell you something. This woman was not a mother. Even though she didn't have custody. And it makes you question. Because it takes a lot for them to take custody away from a mother. But that's a different podcast.
Mama.
But the fact that this woman had no custody, that already lets you know something ain't right. But when she was in this interview, let me tell you something. There were no tears. She was trying so hard to force out a piece of water out of her eyeball. It was the most dry, bizarre interview. Let me tell you something. I don't have kids, but if I had a kid and somebody took my child, I didn't know where my child was, and couldn't nobody tell me where my baby. First of all, I'm not going to be. I don't think I would be enough in my right mind to even do an interview like that. And if I gathered myself enough,
I've seen it.
You shut your mouth. If I gathered,
it's the truth, people.
And people who listen to this, they know the Nellyville audience, baby. They know. Tell this man something. Come find him, JPV. Okay. If I could gather myself enough to do an interview for my missing child, all I'm gonna say is, somebody better get my baby. I'm going to be unconsoled. This woman was acting like somebody lost 2 pieces of mail. Not her whole 11-year-old daughter, however old the young girl was. It's messed up. And we've gone on a tangent on it. Look, either way, you know what? Look, all the adults have felt this girl. I couldn't understand. Did the school try to contact the parents? Because normally when kids miss school, they call the adults. They call the guardian. Hey, your child never showed up. Are they sick? Are they coming today? Are they tardy? It's sad. And it seemed like all the adults failed her. And not just the guy who unalived her. I think the parents need to be facing some time too. What you think, Joey?
Well, what I think about that situation is, I mean, first of all, I wouldn't allow a criminal to live in my compound if I had one. If I had children or my parents are living. Because at the end of the day, you can't trust someone who is.
Well, the grandparents went on vacation with this person too.
But that's what I'm just saying.
It was a lot of shady stuff going on.
I'm just saying is this. It doesn't matter if it's somebody I grew up with. If I know their past history, I would not allow them to come near my family. And I've been in that situations where I know where people that I've met who've had a lot of things going on in their life, at the end of the day, they don't know anything about anybody else but the presence of myself. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Mm-hmm. And that's what you have to. You have to be able to separate business and family. Life is different nowadays. Life is different back in the days. Life is different in middle
Can I
or
say
the
something
future.
dark?
But I'm just saying like this. You got to learn to separate from family and friends. Some friends are family, but some friends aren't family. And you have to watch those who aren't because you got to look at how they treat. What I do is when I meet people, I look at how they treat everybody else. A good person or a genuine person only looks out for the better of their friends or their society.
But can I say
Or
this?
go ahead.
Some people don't give a damn about their kids.
I know.
And so when you care about your kids, you're going to care about the people who are around them. You're going to be extra cautious. There's a natural instinct in you to keep anybody and everybody away. You would rather a good parent, a decent human being with a proper functioning conscience would rather keep a good person away from their child just in case than to risk it. But some people, but the sad thing is, just because you have kids, your instincts don't always kick in.
You know what's crazy? Like even though, like I grew up with a lot of friends, my own culture, my parents never let me stay over.
Yeah,
overnight.
You can't do that.
They'll be like, when I'm leaving, you're leaving.
Right.
And at the end of the day, I think that caused a lot of good things.
Mm-hmm.
But the effect was I've heard a lot of bad things.
A lot of bad things as far as what? What do you mean?
As far as like things that happen to like certain individuals and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like
well,
with women,
I guess the way you
with
worded
women,
it.
you know what I mean? Like with women, like I mean later
But
on.
with boys too. It's just that they don't talk about the boys.
I've never. I can't speak on little boys in my culture because I've never heard of it, but nobody ever spoke on it. So
but
I can't really say it
with
happened.
any culture across the board, they don't talk about the boys.
Well, I'm just saying, within me as a man growing up, I've never heard like even like before even you like meeting women like they've expressed their relationships where a pastor has come over and while the parents were sleeping they hey, come here, let's talk and boom boom boom, this and that. And it's sad. Not only that, even next door neighbors who are the same culture doing things to that individual or like just women in general. Like I've met.
But the thing is, it's not just women though. It's that you hear it more with women and girls because women and girls are encouraged to share their stories. It's more socially acceptable for women to be vulnerable and express their emotions, their shortcomings, their victimhood, their quote unquote weaknesses, their survival.
This is
across the board. Now is not the time and place when we're talking about this. Chill out, Shotty. Across the board in any society, it is really, really frowned upon and it's really hard. It's getting better now, but still a long way to go. It's hard for men and boys to say that they were a victim or a survivor, should I say, of something. It's more shameful. And so you don't hear the stories from the little boys and the men. Because little boys are told, oh, you should like that. Men are told, you how did that? So
I'm not saying that it might have happened to people.
Yeah.
That I I mean, I'm just saying in my growing up, or I mean, I've never heard about men
Of course you didn't,
like. I
because
mean,
it's
I've heard
changed.
like women that are my age or whatever that's been through that as a young age that they never talked about it. I mean,
Exactly.
going,
And so
being
think
in a
about how much.
relationship and like not working out or whatever, and in their state of mind where when you meet somebody for the
Uh-huh.
first
Yeah.
time, of course, some people are genuine and sharing their stories, and you can respect them more,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And I'm okay with that. But at the end of the day, right, everybody goes through things differently, men or women. It's not right.
It just
I'm just saying
right.
it's not right.
I'm
And
just always an advocate for
I'm pretty
boys
sure I'm not gonna lie.
and men
I'm not gonna
being
lie.
able to share their stories. They men just and boys won't come forward and say. Most women and girls will not come forward and tell their story. And it's a lot easier for them. It's
I'm
hard,
I'm
but it's easier. But for men and boys,
I'm not gonna lie. Like I think that if that situation ever would have happened or occurred, and in the our generation line, the men in our family, it's not tolerated, and it would be punished
yeah,
accordingly.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not about the law.
Mhm.
It's not about anything. It's about principle and pride. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just passed down to my generation. And if I have kids, if something were like that to happen, not saying it will.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because of course the society now is just different, where makes people more conscious of how they allow their children what to see, what to look, what to be around. And me personally, I don't have kids, or I mean, I have what do you say, nieces and nephews. That is
Yeah,
not,
godchildren
yeah,
and
like
yeah.
godchildren. When they're around me, completely, they will be protected, no matter what the consequences.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, these are children.
Yes. All I'm saying is look, people who have kids, if you have kids, you got to do right by your kids. Having one kid by getting caught up is understandable. People who don't want kids, I understand having that one kid and being like, damn, what did I do? And then making the best of your situation. But people who don't take a liking to kids and then they have 2, 3, 4, 5, baby, what are you doing? Because why?
State pays.
And to lighten up the mood, I'm going to tell you this story. And we're going to wrap it up and we're going to get out of here. We're gonna get a little snack. So speaking of kids, so there was this couple. They go to a wedding. They hire a babysitter, right? They hired her for a few hours of the wedding, right? They text the babysitter at 11 o'clock. With about 11 o'clock. They were supposed to be there at midnight. Or they were supposed to be there at 11. The couple was supposed to be home at 11. They text the babysitter at 11 and said, hey, is it okay if we stay out till about midnight? Does that work for you? The sitter was like, yeah, that's fine. The couple did not come home until, guess what time they came home? 5:30 in the morning. And so the babysitter's calling and texting and calling. These parents had not responded. Left her home with an infant and a toddler. Left this babysitter with an infant and a toddler. The babysitter.
How long ago was this?
This was recent. This just happened. The babysitter ended up calling the police because hours went by. They're not answering the phone. She thought they got into an accident or something. She's checking accident reports. Huh?
This is on the news?
This was in I will post the link to the article in the description below if anybody wants to read it. It was in it was one of those bride magazines. I can't think of exactly which one off the top of the dome right now. Okay. But this was recent. It just happened.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. And so they called the police. The police came to the house because the babysitter was like, I don't know what's going on. I need to go, this and that and the third. The police were like, the best thing is, can you just stay with the kids for just a little bit longer till we can figure out what's going on with the parents? And the babysitter was like, okay, fine. This was at like 5:20 in the morning. So 10 minutes later, the parents come home. She was like, what the heck? And the parents, this is what the parents said. Oh, we're sorry. Both of our phones died, and it took us 6 hours to figure out how to get home from the venue. Get the out of here with that. Get the F out of here. No, what you did was you went out to this wedding. Look, you have an infant and a toddler. It's probably been a long time.
So why didn't they just tell her, hey, can you do a double shift?
Baby, because they went out there and had some drinks and then didn't give a good goddamn. Because when you have little bitty kids like that, baby, let me tell you something. It takes a strain on you. Okay?
Okay.
And but
what I'm saying is, if you know if you're going to go have a little bit of fun, why wouldn't you get back up?
Because this goes back to what I was saying earlier, that people don't give a good goddamn about their kids, and they don't care about anybody else. People care about having fun. People want to carry on and live their lives. We do not exist in a world today where parents make sacrifices. Yeah,
Society
people don't make sacrifices. Now look, I mean,
somebody that I had a conversation with recently was like trying to apply for what I do. And they were talking about how, they have an 18-year-old, and once the 18-year-old once that 18-year-old turns 18, meaning like in a couple of weeks or whatever, I don't know how long.
Yeah.
That individual's on his own. I can go do whatever I want. I'm like,
baby, that's not how that works.
I'm like thinking in my life, and as I'm not a parent yet, but my parents, if I wanted to go home and live the rest of my days in the room that they purchased their house in, that I was in, they would still accept me as if I was their toddler.
That's how it should be. I don't know where these parents got this idea that parenting stops at 18. 18 is when I always say the real parenting starts at 18 years old, because that's when you get to see what kind of job you really did. That's when you need to be there most for kids. Between 18 and 25, that's when the real parenting needs to be happening. Kids don't just turn the age and you cut off. If you did not prepare your kid with the tools to be able to survive, to be able to make money, to be able to eat, to go a work ethic, a societal ethic, emotional competence, emotional intelligence. If you have not equipped your child with all of the tools that they need to be a functional member of society, baby, you don't get to say, oh, well, I'm done at 18, baby. You put in the work in the first 18 years of life so that they can flap their wings and fly. But if all you did was hand them a phone and a tablet, and you sat them in front of the TV and you let them watch Nickelodeon and you let them watch BET and you let all these movies and TV shows raise them, hello, can I get a witness up in here? Can I get a hallelujah up in here? If that's all you did, if you let the world raise your kids for the first 18 years of their life, what gives you the right to turn them loose to the world?
That's right, folks. BET
baby,
turned
no.
into bet.
Baby, no, that's not right. And another thing is, just because you struggled doesn't mean your kid has to have those same struggles. Baby, help your children. I'm going to say this and we're going to wrap it up. Michael Jackson said, if you can't feed the baby, then don't have the baby. I'm going to let y'all take that for what it is. We was getting real deep on here. We're going to have a part 2 on this because we opened up a really big can of worms. But I want to leave on a kind of high note because I know we got kind of deep. I'm probably, Joey, if you can, remind me to put a trigger warning on this episode because we had a lot of stuff that was kind of triggering for some people. We try to keep it light. Most of our episodes are going to be lighthearted, but we got kind of deep.
It's
but
a dark moment, guys.
Look, it's real life though. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to hear it, but you got to talk about it. So, with all of that being said, please leave in the comment section if you're somewhere on a platform where there is a comment section. Let us know, or come find us on X, aka Twitter, and keep the conversation going on any of the topics that we brought up today. Joey has the song of the week. Joey, tell him the song of the week.
Biggie, Sky's the Limit.
Sky's the Limit, Biggie. So last week we had Tupac. This week we're coming in with Biggie, Sky's the Limit. Turn it up, bop out. Let us know what you're jamming to this week. Thank you so much for listening, tuning in. Follow us on all of our social media. You can find Nellyville the podcast on all of your streaming platforms. And don't forget, YouTube videos every week. Every week. I do not miss a week. Baby, your girl don't miss a week. You know what I'm showing out. Anyways, it's been so fun. Thank you so much. Say bye, Joey.
Is that a lollipop?
Anyway, say bye, Joey.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, they might be next. Look at they man eye. Big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them. I mean, loyalty. Put me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate. The cookies, butter crunch. 88, Oshkosh, and blue and white duck. Ask the blunt.